Hello, Kak Brian. I can see you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Kak.
All right. Supposed to have Elliot, Kyoko, and Inesh, but we'll see lah ya.
Oh, okay.
Baca Nu, baca Nu. Ya.
Sorry, Kak, I thought that it was Friday today.
I know it's after exam, right? Exam should have finished, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. It's okay. Exam week, everybody like that one. Okay. To save time, right? Let's use the previous Jamboard lah, right? Use the previous Jamboard. I prepared the feedback one already. Yeah, would you just do a very quick feedback? Just type something short first. Go to page 5, and then Kakak Brian will take over until 9:15 because Kakak Brian was helping you last time.
Okay.
Right, so at page 5 lah, just I'll be reading it. Not page 1, page 5. You're not in. Right, you're in now. So page 5, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Right, yep, send your video. So right. If you finish typing, do tell me.
Finish already.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, right. I see. I understand. To confirm, I don't think there's any class after exam, right? There's no new topic and everything, right? For math, right?
Yeah, like just go through paper first.
Right. Of course, we want to know why the exam is very hard for you, but I think discussing it after you get back the result is much more productive. One request, important request, yeah. Your school or your teacher might be one who give back the marking and then immediately take back lah. That means you don't have time to bring it back. That might happen. Yeah? Now, when that happens, it's not very helpful for us lah. If that happens earlier, could you please take a picture of your or your working and your marking, then can return to your teacher, right? Then we can at least discuss here. At least we know why it is very hard. Would that be okay? Right, yeah?
But it's not just like I say it's hard, like the whole school says it's hard.
Yes. I mean, I'm not very surprised, but personally, we want to know why it's hard for you, lah. If that makes sense. If everybody say it's hard, well, maybe if you figure out why it is hard for you, you will improve faster. Loh. I mean, AMAT is always a big shock for everybody at the start one. That one is true. Lah. You can ask your brother. Lah. Yeah, I believe you though. I believe you when you say the whole school say it's hard. That's the expected result, kind of like. Right. Especially when dealing with discriminant. That's why I'm very surprised. You've never about discriminant, really? Yeah. Then I look at Kakak Brian's note. Oh my goodness, that's all basic discussion. Oh, big trouble. Right, something like that. Lah. Right. Okay. So clarifying one thing, the discriminant topic, is it finished before exam? By right?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. Oh. You should have asked more about that earlier. Definitely. All right. Okay. Never mind. What's done is done. Still, we want to know how the paper is, right? So, when you got it. What is the next topic? Do you have any idea?
Indices.
Kakak Brian, can you hear us?
Yeah.
In 5 minutes, don't discuss everything, but in 5 minutes, can you kickstart indices for Elliot? Just something slow, something steady lah. Then I'll take over from here. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Maybe you do it here lah.
Oh, but can I speak?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Right. Yes, you can. Right. So Elliot, we're gonna forget about the the exam topics first lah, right? And we're just gonna use Kakak Brian, feel free to use just a new page lah. Okay, Kakak Elliot, please follow Kakak Brian for a while, right? For indices.
Okay.
Kakak Brian, don't think through system as how to say. You do you lah. I trust you, right? You do you. Okay, you'll be fine.
And okay, so indices. You understand what is indices, right? It's like the power to something lah, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do like very simple, like basic laws of indices first. So, the two most basic laws, right, that you need to know, right, is I would say like base value x multiplied by another base, the same base, will be equals to 2x plus y. So there's no like explanation to this, but instead of explaining, we can just use like actual numbers to prove that it's correct lah. So let's say x is 3, right? And then y is like 5. This will be 2 to the power of 8, which is 256 lah. So you can always use your calculator to confirm. Okay.
Okay.
So this, in order for this to work, right, the base must be the same lah. Okay.
Yes.
Then for division, it will just be the opposite lah. So 2x divided by 2y will be 2x minus y. Let's say we have 25 divided by 2 cube, it will be 2 square, which is 4 lah. Okay, and you can always in the exam use the calculator to search up that if you forget. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then now you must be asking since this is like multiply and this divide, right? Is there anything related to like plus and minus lah, right? So
yeah.
There's no actual like, let's say, law. I mean, there's no law lah. I mean, you can't do anything about it lah. This is just whatever the calculator gives you. Same for minus lah. Okay.
Okay.
So there's no law. So I would say this is the more important stuff you need to learn lah. So division will look like, mostly it will look like in fraction form lah. So sometimes the question, right, they will test you like 2 square over like, let's say 16. Then they want you to simplify or something like that. So it's like 2. So what you want to do is 2 square then over 2, 4 equals to 2 minus 2 lor. Okay.
Yes.
So you understand so far, right? Like the division, multiplication, how I derive the power.
Yeah, still understand.
Okay. So let me take my book. Indices. Chapter 4. Page. Yeah, so like some okay, then I'll give you more laws lah, right? So like let's say 2 square, right? You multiply by you 2 square, then you to the power of cube, right? So for this, the law will be 2, then 2 times 3. So it's 2, 6 lah. Okay.
Okay.
Basically it's 2x y will be equals to 2 to the power of x y. Okay.
Yes.
Then if let's say, right, we have different bases, let's say 3 multiplied by 5, but the power is the same, right? What you can do is it will become 3 times 5 to the same power.
Okay.
So this more different laws lah. It's just a kickstart lah. So a lot of things will be gone through by your teacher also lah. Okay. So vice versa for the division one, 3 square over 5 square will just be 3 over 5 square lah. Okay.
Okay.
So these two, right, you can think of it as like factorize. Right? You can think of it as a factorization lah. Okay.
Okay.
So if you realize over here, right, I wrote 2 to the power of minus 2. What this means, right, is 1 over 2 square. Can see the similarity, the relation, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I cancel out, then here becomes 2, which is the same lah. So basically it's x negative y equals to 1 over xy. Okay.
Okay.
So if the power is positive, it's always the numerator. If the power is negative, it becomes the denominator. Essentially like that lah.
Okay.
Okay, so far okay?
Yes.
Okay, then another law, right?
Sorry, Kakak Brand. Just for one. Keiko,
Yeah.
can you hear me? Keiko. Keiko. Oh, sorry, Kakak Brian, please continue.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just go through with you 3 more laws. Then maybe if you want, can try to digest. I'll write on page 7 again.
Okay.
Okay. Then next one would be like, let's say, so when you do square root, right? Do you know what square root means? Like what's the number here?
2.
2, right? So square root, okay, we do 4 lah. Square root 4 is actually just 4 to the power of half. Okay. So do you see
Okay.
so now I give you another example lah. If it's cube root, right? 8. This will be equals to 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if it's cube root, it becomes 8 to the power of 1/3 lah. Okay. Do you see
Okay.
that? Now one more example, like let's say to 4, right? Divided by 4, right? Then I put 16. It's also equals to 2, right?
Yes.
Which is 16, 1 over 4 lah. Okay.
Okay.
So so let's say, right, I have 5, then the number here is 2 over 3. A very funky number lah, but it might come out lah. Okay. So this one, what will be the power? 5 to the power of?
Is it 2/3?
3/3?
2/3.
No. So based on the 4, 8, and 16, right? Is 1 over the number there, right? So this one should be 1 over.
Is it 1/2/3?
Yeah, 1/2/3 lah, which is what does that become?
Well, no.
So 1 divided by 2/3 equals to 1 multiplied by 3/2 lah. Right? Because you flip it lah, right?
Yeah.
With 5, 3/2. Okay. So essentially, right, it's always equals to A 1 over B. Okay?
Okay.
Can ah?
Yes, I think I understand.
Okay. Then one last one, right? Very simple lah. Anything to the power of 0 will be equals to 1 lah. No matter how big, how small this value of A is, it will be always equals to 1. Okay. That's with your calculator lah. But if not, that's mostly all the rules lah.
Okay.
Okay. That's all right. I mean,
Yeah,
roughly.
I think that's the most basic one.
Yeah.
Let me confirm that you have not covered, for example, a power 2 plus a power 3, for example.
I mean, there's no rule for that, right?
Correct. But he must know how to respond. So not yet, just to confirm.
I told him just now already.
Oh, where is it? Sorry, where is it?
Like
Page 4, yeah, that one. So what do you do with that? Sorry, what do you do with that?
I mean, for me, I guess the best thing is factorize it lor.
Correct. Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah lah, usually that's one way to do it, right? Usually. Okay, understand. So I understand the basic thing. Okay. Thank you very much, Kak Brian.
No problem.
We'll see you on Sunday.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Now, Elliot, if we are discussing in this, that means we're in advance, right, of the class line,
Yes.
which is what we want to do. We want to do that for around 1 month. You'll see, you have a feel of how does that help you. Maybe it does not help you. Maybe it helps you a little bit. Maybe it helps you a lot. Maybe you like it. Maybe you don't like it. Okay. We didn't manage to keep that consistency last month, right? So before exam, you are just chasing or reviewing stuff. That's not the only thing we can do, and that's actually not the most effective thing you can do also. Right? So we go advance a little bit only, just ahead of the class, and we'll see how it goes after 1 month, right? Okay. So we started today, Kakak Brian already started the process today. Now you have your textbook, right?
Yes.
You take your textbook, you work out some basic questions that will be needing what Kakak Brian tells you, right? We'll see how it goes, and then we'll try to go slightly more than that for you. Okay. All right. So as per usual, take picture, put it in Jamboard. Okay. I'll be following you. Okay. Didn't realize my application, but I've been waiting like this. Okay. So Keiko, I'm hearing you. Yeah. So yeah. So you're currently in the middle of 3 things: application of integration exam, complex tutorial, and PNC tutorial also. Am I correct?
Yes.
Of course. Now, next week, right? So definitely on Sunday, instead of talking about probability, which is a 4th one, that's crazy. We are not to split ourselves like that. We're going to focus on Sunday. Definitely, you practice application of integration, your exam before Sunday, and Sunday we'll kind of reserve it for that. Make sense?
Okay.
Right. For today, it's up to you. right? Today, as per usual, as my students, you learn how to decide what you're to do, but you already know that, right? You already know that. That is what I expect of my students. So for today, you can decide what you want to talk about. I mean, it's only 40 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You may abandon complex, fancy, and probability. Just bye-bye for now. It's okay. Okay. So Elliot, I'm seeing some. Do you want me to take picture? Probably easier.
Okay.
Okay, which one? You show me lah. You're gonna choose that. Okay, nothing is gonna be very familiar for you. So choose lah, right? Okay, which one? 1 and 2, is it? Oh,
Yes.
3A, 3. Oh, 1 and 2. And why is 3A? Why is there a circle on 3A? Is it from your brother?
No, it's because teacher always give assignment. Then I always just circle first. Then I don't have to
Oh,
refer.
that means a teacher, teacher already assigned you in this question?
You say like can try first
Oh, okay.
before the
Sure,
class.
sure. Okay, I put it in Jamboard already. What else do you want me to put?
Can try this first.
Okay, sure. Let's go. Right. You try whatever you want because this is basic. I'm hoping that you are sensitive to your own understanding. So if you feel, I can jump a bit, jump lah. If you feel that you don't want to jump, you don't jump. But one thing you shouldn't do, you shouldn't do 1 A, B, C, D, 2 A, B, C, D for the sake of it. That's not good at all. You should be sensitive about what you're learning and jump whenever appropriate. Do you understand, Elliot?
Yes.
Yeah. So one more time, you don't practice everything. That means you're not going to practice the harder ones. That always means like that. That's why it's bad. So you go ahead now. Okay, I'll be following you. Right. Oh, Keiko, you put something. So Keiko, are you saying?
Sorry, I was just saying these are the last two questions for complex. So if have time after this, can also proceed
Or
with
Sunday also. Right. You put it there first. Yeah, you put it there. So now you want, I'm sorry. Now you want integration or complex now?
I think we just finish up the complex tutorial first. It's just these two questions left.
All right. So page 15 first, shall we? So you have problem with the show or the what?
The show, yeah.
All right. So this is there are going to be 6 rainbows, right? 6 rainbows. Have you tried the rainbows? Not yet, right? Yeah, I said some, wait. Wait. Let me think about one. I suspect simple rainbow will solve our problem. I suspect.
Really?
Have you tried 6 rainbows?
No, actually, because they were teaching. Wait, where's the? Let me look for the page.
So for Elliot, I'll be saying right or wrong based on the question in the Jamboard. You can see that.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So far so good. Okay.
Okay. So there in the lecture notes, right? There's this whole section for multiplication and division in trigonometric form. Then I couldn't see how this could be related to that last.
Show me. Because I rarely see such a list for inside complex number, right? So show me. Elliot, I'm going to sum up something of what Kakak Brian said. For multiplication and division, okay? Not for positive and negative. Understand? For multiplication and division, you can only combine. Usually that's what people want to do. People want to combine. You've been combining things in A and B, correct, Elliot?
Yes.
So for multiplication and division, you can only combine when either the power is the same or the base is the same. This is the summary of the rule. The rule is very specific, of course, there's a lot, but the summary is that I can only do something combining if either the power is the same or the base is the same. Now, look at what I'm trying to say here. 3 and 8. Now, of course, 3 and 8 can combine to 24. I understand that. My point is 3 cannot combine with y squared. we never thought about y. The y is, look at the base of 3. What's the base of 3? Wait, do you know what's base and tower? Sorry, do you know what that is? Base is the guy here, base, and tower is the guy here. Okay?
Okay.
Right. So 3 and y squared, what's the base of 3?
It's 3.
Yep. And the power?
2.
No. The base of 3, the power of 3 is 1. 3 to the power of 1. That's why we never write the power. 1 is always invisible. 8 also 8 to the power of 1. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So 3 to the power of 1 times y squared can never combine. Y, power not the same, base not the same.
Okay.
Times y times 1 to the power of 7. Now 3 and 8 can combine. I know they are numbers, right? But the reason is also very simple, because their power is the same. It's just that we never thought about it that way. Understand? So that's why they can combine. Y squared and y7 can combine because the base is the same. Understand?
Yes.
But 25y to the power of 9 should be left like that because the power is not the same and the base is not the same. And that would be correct. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right, continue please. Right, so Keiko, I'm reading this. That definitely looks like a formula that is not gonna help us here. Okay, this page definitely is not gonna help us, Keiko, because that's just the basic interaction between multiplication and division of two complex numbers. I think it's very small. Yeah. Yep. Multiplication and division. Really no point doing this. This is very obvious in Euler form, the lecture page, correct? In Euler form, multiplication will result in
that one.
The magnitude being times and the argument being plus. It's very obvious in the Euler form. The lecturer has to write it down, but it's not.
Actually, my lecture notes, they don't even promote. Okay, not promote. They never emphasize on the use of Euler form at all. They just give formula and then they teach us like all the rules for using the argument. You know how to manipulate argument.
Yeah, I don't know. Can I summarize by say nonsense? Not nonsense. That's a very complicated way of teaching something very simple. And I guarantee you, Euler form is not just inescapable. It is the best thing ever. They don't promote. Wow, I really don't get that. For example, how am I supposed to do the first part, right? Without Euler form. Like, no way, man. What am I supposed to do? Factorize? I mean, expand? Binomial? No. None of that works here. Euler form, very easy, except for the fact that you have to realize that this guy is a fake lah. You have to do something with this first lah. But other than that, Euler form, no? Power Euler form, like that's it, man. That's it. So I'm not disagreeing with your lecture note approach. I am claiming superiority.
Okay.
Not me. No. I'm claiming Euler is superior to whatever elaboration that the lecture note is trying to drive. Like it's just like that one. Okay. Now that's for you to find out, because you have a lot of time to find out which one is better, which one is better.
Like I solved every single question with Euler form, so I can see how it's very useful.
Yes. So you don't be bothered because of your lack of experience, especially before exam. You haven't had any complex exam. Still doing tutorial. So you will feel the nagging thing. I'm just asking you to have a slight faith in what I'm saying, a little bit. Then after exam, your doubt will all disappear. Boom, just like that. Don't care anymore about the elaboration that you are seeing. Like really, just boom. after exam lah. Confidence always come after performance. Lah.
Okay.
It's just like that one. Right. Okay. So dealing with this, I'm pretty sure if there is a helpful page, it's not the one that you're showing. So I will just say that you do 6 rainbows and see what happens. Lah. Right. Pretty sure that's the only thing we can do right now. What do you think?
Yeah,
Can
I'm
we try?
gonna try.
Right. Okay. Try. Okay. At any point you feel this is taking too long, you want to prepare for exam, you will do so. Lah.
No, it's fine.
Sure. Yeah, Elliot is totally fine. Can I see D for a while? Just checking D. 1D, sorry, 1D. 1D. Yeah, all right, good. All right. So far, so good. So far, so good.
Then how do I do question 3?
Now, multiplication and division, correct?
Yes.
This is multiplication and this is division. Therefore, the summary is what? Tell me the summary. You can combine if either the power is the same or the base is the same, right? Observe these 3 numbers. Are them, are they, power the same or base the same or not at all?
Base the same.
Right. So that means we can do something. That's the first logic first. Never mind that you cannot do it. Never mind. You must know that I can do something. What he's requesting is perfectly fine. Combine these 3 into 1. The base is still 3 somewhere. Wait, that makes a lot of sense from this logic. So far, so good?
Yes.
This is 3 to the power of 7. I'm combining over 3. Well, 3 to the power of 6. Look. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
that's it. Yeah. So in my mind, I sometimes do this. Why is 3 to the power of 3? It's abstract. Or 3 times 3 times 3. No. Wait, obviously it's 3 to the power of 6. If I just expand it this way, I will disperse my doubt. So to speak. Make sense?
Okay.
I'm not saying that you should do this every time, but in your mind, you're free to do it, right? You're free to check, Don't just go for memorization. Now, give me more question if you want. Oh, okay. They go everything settled, right? Okay. Right. So why are we not using Euler form with multiplication? I think the question kind of is like banned on us doing rainbow by feeling by feeling right? By feeling. If I do rainbow and nothing happens, then I will consider Euler form something like that.
Okay.
But rainbow seems to be a good first try. I am not saying that I know that is 100% correct. I'm just not surprised if it is correct. I'm just not surprised. Okay, because that's my first guess. Remember, I never do things from answer key 1, right? So it's just humanly speaking, is a lucky guess. It's an informed guess. Right? Okay, now hands. Hands is more, I guess, more challenging. This must have some use for the hands, correct? Must.
Yeah.
So do you see how it may help? I guess that's the. Yeah. Which one to take picture of, Elliot?
Probably like question 4.
Okay. Oh, don't move. No. Okay. Right. You don't have to make it closer, right? You can just put it on table. It's fine. I'll take question 4 and maybe question 5 and 6. Maybe. Looks like you're moving fast. Okay. I'll take 5, 6, 7. All right. There you go. Right. Go on, Elliot. Go on. Okay, cool. Do you see what we can do? I suppose.
This kind of the multiplication looks like the conjugate thing.
True. Before we continue, can I erase the lecture note?
Oh, sure.
Right. The conjugate, minus, right? Minus 1. Yeah, so the W is so you're saying that let's pretend that this guy is W, right?
Yeah.
And this guy is definitely therefore W conjugate, lah, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How does that help us? Not sure yet. And furthermore, this is multiplication. How does W times 1 plus W conjugate becomes what? Don't forget the becomes.
1 plus W.
Right. How does this help us? I wonder.
Okay.
With the power numbers now. This is not easy to tease, but yes, it is possible. Oh, definitely possible. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I think this is meant to be a rather creative endeavor. So not
Okay.
necessarily we need to look at the knowledge we have, the patterns that we know. No, we are probably trying to find a new thing, but with the help of his hint. The hint is this guy. I'm pretty sure this is the hint. And I'm trying to make this helpful for me here. Because at this point, we must agree Euler form is not helping us in any way, right? There's
Yeah.
no way out. Yeah, but the formula from the note also is not helping us. Correct or not?
Yeah.
This doesn't mean that Euler is suddenly inferior. It means that the question has found a way to nullify our previous habits, which is a good definition of a difficult question. And then he's being fair. He's trying to help us figure it out. So this is kilo, and this will be creative, and this will be new. If that makes you feel very stressed, then I apologize. I'm trying to not reveal it for you lah. I'm trying to, because I'm pretty sure this will never happen in an exam. It's that kind of question. Okay. Maybe we set around 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes for you to think about it. Remember earlier, if the base is not the same and the power is not the same, there is nothing that you can do. One of them must be the same, right?
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense for the question to give you the power the same. See that? It makes a lot of sense. Then you can do something. Nice. Why is this? What is this? Sorry, Keiko, what is it? It's supposed to be equal, right? What?
I'm replacing this. I don't know. Then I factorize.
Oh, yeah. No, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. Yes, you can do that. I'm so sorry. Of course, you're already
Okay.
using the hint. Yeah. That's a definitely seems to be productive. Oh, yeah. Forward. Now, what does it mean to find the value? What does it mean?
I think
What is it?
because in the previous question we already found w to the power of 6 and it's
Oh,
negative. Let me check if it's correct. Wait.
Oh, the W is given. Oh.
Oh yeah, it's like that only. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
and the W.
just-
Oh, done.
Oh, okay.
Done. Yeah. See? They are being creative, obviously. You have to figure out how to use the hint. And then being a bit fair, the question become doable, lah, straightforward. Lah.
Oh, that's quite complicated.
It is. But that's what you expect out of 15% of the marks. Huh? Right? Do you expect to be able to do this in exam? I think that's the wrong expectation. I think the expectation is you expect to have enough time and to be relaxed when attempting this kind of question in exam. The result, up to him. Lah. But what is up to you is to be relaxed and to secure enough time to try lah, by the good habits of exam. Lah, right? Still, congratulations for hardly doing it yourself, right?
I guess.
Right? Partly. That's a start, right? Especially with a new topic. So I think that's something. Right. Let's move on. You won't come out again, okay? You won't come out. What you are aiming is the experience to do something new, lah, right? That's what you're aiming for. What's the problem with question 9? 9.1b. Oh. I mean, it's division, so let me think. Oh,
yeah, I think I stopped here for the same reason. Yeah.
That looks very, no, that doesn't look very, that doesn't look the same,
nice.
but it looks similar. Let me think forward.
There's the conjugate again.
Yeah. Okay, find a mistake. Elliot, find a mistake. Let me think for a minute. Obviously, this feels a little bit new, but and there is no information to, but he say is K. He say is K tangent. What is K tangent? What? It almost feels like we have to go through not Euler law. It almost feels like, looking at the answer key, it almost feels like we have to go through not Euler, but polar lah. Right? So there's this. There's this. There is this. No, we cannot. Yeah, we cannot. Okay, fine. Very good, Elliot. Don't wait for me yet. Continue yet. Don't wait. Yeah, I think you're on the right track, Keiko. At least I will do that also, and I will continue lah with the rainbow lah. Seems like there's 9 rainbow here, but don't let that dissuade you lah. Might as well practice, no? Right, might as well practice. Pretty sure a lot of them can be simplified. Okay, Elliot, since if base not the same and power not the same, we cannot do anything. Then you have to first do the 9 power 5 power 4. That's something that you've already done. Why are you stopping here?
There won't be any difference, right? Like these two don't minus, right?
No, because 9, okay, I'm gonna show you the real thing lah. So what is 954? What is it? Very simple, right? See, I'm doing the same thing as last time when I'm trying to explain, correct? Okay.
Okay.
So that means there are 4 of this, right? 4 of 9 5 times, right?
Yeah.
So like this, ding ding, ding ding, ding ding, ding ding, right? Something like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense to say that this is definitely 9 to the power of 20 lah. But you already know this, so I'm a bit curious why you're stopping here lah. Like it feels like you know the rule lah, right? What's going on here?
Don't need to square the 9.
You think carefully? I don't think there's a need yet lah. I mean, do you see that this is clearly 9 to the power of 20 first?
Yeah. That one I
Right.
know.
That one you write down first. 9 to the power of 20. Write down first. Right down first. 9 to the power of 20 divided by 3 to the power of 20. Now, the basic principle says what? In multiplication and division, if the base is either the base is the same or the power is the same, then you can do something, correct?
Yeah.
Well, that means you can do something here. Then maybe you're on the right track, no? Maybe lah. What do you think? Just
Okay.
like question 5a, right? I think you just end up with, okay, that's the answer, something like that. Okay, so far I think you're correct. I think there's nothing else to be done. I feel. Right, okay, cool. So we do end up with something nice, right? So he just want k tangent half theta, right? Okay. So I will simply use the trigonometric identities, because it feels to me that he wants k sine half theta over cosine half theta. Maybe that's one direction to chase, I guess, if that makes sense to you.
A sine half double angle, is it?
Yeah, I'll use double angle and then convert the theta to half theta lah. It's a weird thing to ask, but I mean, okay, I'll try. Okay, now let's stop there. Let's stop there for. Now, you may be right to say that you're confused what to do, right? It seems simple enough, correct or not?
Yeah.
However, what you're writing already does not make sense. You're basically saying this guy is equals to 1 over the same guy. That is very unlikely to be true. You're saying basically like 2 equal, you're basically saying 2 equals to 1 over 2. That doesn't make a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
Only 1 is equals to 1 over 1. And minus 1 is equals to 1 over minus 1. The rest of the number, not true at all. 10 is not equal to 1 over 10. Correct? So this is very unlikely to be true. What you're writing there. If you want to know what is correct, this should be power minus 5. But we are probably going in the wrong direction if you're doing that. If that makes sense.
Then
what you should probably do is probably like this. So this is the first time you don't combine things, but split things. Splitting things is going to be equally important in this, not just combining things. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
32, 1 over 32, M5. And therefore, I have completed my splitting, and now it looks like this. If that makes sense to you. I am splitting instead of combining. Oh, you did it. Okay, so okay, well, turns out that that's just how we do it, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
so that whole page? Do I have to know that?
Which page are we talking about?
Like the lecture notes just now. Or do I just use Euler?
So far, I don't think so, sir. So far, I don't think so.
Well, I've never seen a single question on it. I mean, I never used it. I only use Euler.
Maybe you will get some insight when you look at how teacher discuss the tutorial.
Yeah, maybe.
To me, if there's no limitation, Euler. Multiplication, Euler. But this one, multiplication, division, a bit wonky. Okay, then maybe I factorize that. I mean, I'm still not relying on your lecture note. Definitely not. This is that way beyond your lecture note.
Yeah.
So I do not think that the lecture note is, that page is not the most important thing. Right? It's the rest of the lecture note might be very useful, right? Maybe only that page you probably don't want to focus.
Actually, no, I barely referred to the lecture notes for this topic.
And since you can do the tutorial, like what I'm saying, there's a nagging feeling, which I believe will be answered clearly when you do the exam. Really,
Okay.
really. Because you know what? Before exam, you'll be practicing paper. When you practice paper, you see for yourself, your skill good enough or not.
Okay.
Right? Fair, right? Fair. No, Elliot, no, Elliot, no. Next page, please. Okay, next page. So, no, Elliot, no, you cannot do that, right? This is simply, can you accept that this is simply this? Right. You, however, go and flip it. That actually does not make sense, right? I'm splitting it. Your split does not make sense. You flip both of them. That why would you flip both of them? Sorry, Keiko, are we still finishing this question? Okay, is there a connection between? No, I don't think there's a connection between two and
Yeah, I think this one. No, sorry. Cause this one, the denominator, right, is a IZ.
I see. Yeah. Which
Yeah,
is,
so it's a bit weird.
yeah, it is. It feels fake somehow. Like we don't know how to approach this. That's what you're saying, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe the lecture is finally useful. Maybe, except that your page only talks about multiplication and division, right? Not plus and minus.
Also, this is like the multiplication of the complex number.
Like this one, right? So this 3iz is a multiplication of complex and complex. So I guess that's fair to refer to your lecture if you want to. I guess that's one way to do it. But I doubt that will solve the whole problem. I doubt.
Okay.
Now, frankly, yeah, I mean, seriously, this is not the most obvious question. Maybe we think about what to do just for a while. Elliot, are you okay so far? Are you okay with D? Now you seem to be correct. Right. So the final answer should be like this. Look at that. Does this make some sense?
Why is suddenly become negative 6?
Right. So this is coming from 1 over n above 6, right? Coming from there. So observe. So far, so good?
Yes.
Right. So maybe you see it this way. Why is it minus 6? It's a very simple one, right? So imagine that there is an n times n here over n times n times n times n times n times n 6 times 10. So far, so good?
Yeah.
This is in our mind should be 1 over n to the power 4, right? Should be like, correct? Now I can think this way also. It's gonna be n to the power 2 from the top, right? Top minus 6 at the bottom. I can definitely do that, right? Can I do that? You can think of me as using the law, or you can think of me as the fact that the bottom guy will reduce the top guy. You don't get it, is it?
No, I don't really get it.
I'm going to flip it. Right? So now the top is 6 lah. The bottom is 2. Okay?
Yeah.
No doubt, n minus 2. That's 6 minus 2. No doubt. Correct?
Yeah.
Which is 4. And this is represented by this. That's our 6 minus 2, so to speak. Correct?
Yes.
So if I flip it, there's no problem saying that this is 2 minus 6, right? No problem. Should be no problem. And therefore, this comes out as a weird n to the power of minus 4. Representing 1 over n to the power 4 is n to the power of minus 4. This basically means on the bottom, there is 4. On top, there is only, well, 1. There isn't even an n. This is what it means, so to speak. Am I making some sense or still difficult to accept?
I think I'm understanding.
Right. Slowly, slowly. Because the power minus is one of the most important things. It slightly gets wonkier, but we have to take time to understand, to accept, understand, see what it is.
Okay.
Right. Now, so for you, please put 27 and the power of minus 6 as a closing statement. Okay, cool. You're trying to modulus it. Okay.
They're asking for mod, but I'm not used to using
no.
these.
Yeah. The minus is not helpful at all. So. I'm going to do something weird thing. Because it's obvious to me that this is doesn't seem to be standard. So I have to try things, right?
I might have to leave soon because I arranged a meeting with my
Oh no, yeah,
leaders.
you have
But they're late also lah, so
no, never mind. You know, for this week you should call it, right? And I mean, feel free to not think about this question, you know, let's just move on to the exam for really.
Oh, okay.
We can come back to this
they're
question.
not gonna touch this until like next term probably.
Yeah. So voila. Right? Should be okay. Should be okay, right? Life is good. I'll see you on Sunday with your practices on exam.
Yeah.
Okay. Take care, Keiko. I'll see you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Right. Bye-bye. Now, for Elliot, shall we finish the last one? I mean, you're already 45 minutes more important, so good progress. Right? So I'm a bit curious before I answer you, Elliot. Yeah. After exam, you don't seem to be very tired. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Usually people
certain
after
extent.
exam very tired one. After 1 week of exam, 2 weeks of exam. How come you are not tired?
Because it's WA1.
You mean still a minor exam lah?
Like it's important it's just that like it's not as stressful as EOI.
True. Wow, you're comparing like you're comparing apple and durian or something like that. Right. Yeah, I understand. Okay, let's go to page 12 and just finish this. Okay, just finish this. Now I'm going to do a split. Get used to it, right? I'm splitting instead of combining. Okay. There's my first split. Correct?
Yeah.
So far, so good?
Yes.
Right? So last one. There you go. The same thing again.
Okay.
That thing again. he is basically trying to train you for the minus index. But the split also, because the split is something that you don't do until 5C. You have never done a split. When to split, when to combine? I guess you will know very soon when you hit certain type of question.
Okay.
Mhm. So you will be relaxed until Sunday, am I correct?
Yes.
Can I ask you to try your assignment questions before Sunday tuition? And then because you may realize you have trouble and then we can discuss it because you try already, not because you haven't tried.
Okay.
No pressure on doing it correctly, correct? I'm just asking you to try. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Good job for today, Elliot. I'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
You too.